So, bread, warm water. It's so easy, really. People are super intimidated when it comes to making bread. So, warm water, yeast, and a little sugar. Mix those together. Cover. And I'll put it on the stove because I have it preheating. And now I'm gonna chop some fresh herbs to go in the bread. Fresh thyme from the garden, which it is kind of phased out a little bit because we are past the season. So, but thyme, rosemary, oregano, a lot of those do grow throughout the year, and sometimes depending on how cold it really gets makes a difference. I have a little bit of fresh herbs still that are growing, but for the most part we are in November and I've already harvested most of the things into dry for future cooking for teas and such. But a few of them are good throughout the year. Rosemary is usually good throughout the year. Oregano, thyme. And so we're gonna chop some of these to put into the bread. I also have some fresh herb butter that I've made. So we have some farm fresh quail. We've hatched it, raised it, and it's delicious. We're gonna cook it. Some olive oil. It's kind of a little bit of a lean meat, so it does well with a little bit of added. So we're gonna add some, my usuals are turmeric, paprika, garlic, lots of garlic, and onion powder. And just give it a little bit of a zhuzh. So I have a little purple basil vinegar that I made from the purple basil buds because I have so many. I grow so much purple basil that I wanted to utilize all of the basil. I get all of the seeds from it already, so I don't need that, but they're so beautiful, and so I just make vinegar with it, and then it's amazing in vinaigrettes. It's great for marinades and all sorts of things. Pickling, it's great. So just a little bit of that, making a small salad. So just a little bit of that. Olive oil. Garlic. Lots of garlic. All the garlic. Pepper. It really is that simple, going from the ground to a delicious end product that you can put on your fresh vegetables. You can put it on your salads, your stir fries, whatever it is that you want. The tomatoes from my garden. So beautiful. Not only are they tasty, but this is the black cherry. Rustic, that's the way I like it. Fresh, spicy lettuce that I just picked from the garden as well. Kind of chop it up a little bit, stick it in there, and that gives the super spicy element to the salad. I love simple, fresh garden salads. They're so pretty. Look at that. Look, it's so pretty. And then the vinaigrette is actually very pretty because it has that purple tint from the purple basil. So I'm gonna make some couscous. This is chicken broth that I made from our chickens here on the farm. And just a little bit of that, some butter, and spices. Garlic, lots of garlic. We love garlic. Turmeric, because turmeric's so good for you. Little onion powder and paprika. All the usual basic herbs that I use. We'll get that boiling. And then we'll add our couscous to it. And that's how easy couscous is. You bring it to a boil, you put all your stuff in it, then you turn it off, you let it kind of sit, and then you fluff it with a fork, and it's great. So, you know, kind of like the ramen version of something that's really actually good for you. So we'll put that over here because we're going to use that to make our gravy for our quail. So we have our little bubbly yeast going on. So we're going to start adding in and mixing our bread goods. I don't really like to knead a lot because it's really messy and I just don't like it. So baking powder so it can rise, and I just eyeball it. Yeah, that seems about good. I'm gonna make an herb bread, so I'm gonna make it, you know, kind of flavorful, some salt, pepper, onion powder. I kind of use kind of the same basic 6: salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, turmeric, and paprika. Those are my preferred herbs. So they kind of get a little bit of everything in everything. I have found that since I started taking the time to sift the dry ingredients, that it really has made a difference in the final product. Oil. I feel like I do bread completely all wrong, so the bread people are probably like, you're committing mortal sins. But how I feel about it is, in the end, if it works, it works. And it doesn't really matter how you go about doing it. If it works, it works. So what I'm doing right here and kneading it in the ball, and I'm gonna knead in the herbs. A lot. So I'm going to do the spatchcock quail. So it doesn't really need a lot of time to cook because it's very super thin, and you can cook your quail a little bit more rare than you would your other your chicken or what have you. So I've had it kind of marinating in oil and all of the seasonings for what, an hour or two. So it's in the oil. I really want it to be out like that. It's so beautiful. It really is. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh. If you could just smell that. This quail cooking in the butter and the onion flavor, if you could just smell it, it's insane. Steam it a little bit, brown it, and that's going to be really good. I just went out and harvested my gardens, which is a really sad time of year, but I get to utilize all of the goodness throughout the year through, you know, cooking my teas, whatever. And my neighbor said, who is like 5 acres away, she said that she could smell it when I was harvesting my herbs, which kind of made me laugh a little bit. It made me very happy a little bit because everybody can enjoy the goodness. So I made my slurry of flour and water. Little slurry, the base, and then some of my chicken stock. And of course, butter. Ground my dried herbs this week. Basil, rosemary, thyme, and oregano. I grow them, I dry them. A little goes a very long way. The herbs, the gardens, and I do forage a lot. A lot of that goes into my cooking. I have a pretty extensive home apothecary. So I try to add as much of that stuff into my daily life and all the meals that I feed to my family. Ooh, I should put some bacon in this. The next best thing to bacon is onion. Look at that. Some fresh herb butter. I do think we need a blooper reel, like 30 seconds of it.